Hey everyone, how you doing? Good evening. This is our second show with just a little bit of technical difficulties here. But I'm John Gregory, your pirate captain in this rogue voyage. Boy, it's rogue, let me tell you. And this is my chief engineer and throttleman, Josh Primack, coming at you from the back of the corner of the screen. Yeah, we're working through some stuff, guys. We're trying it out and getting things going here. But yeah, we've got a very special guest tonight. I think you all know him, and we're going to hang out and see what he's been doing lately. See how things have been going. Josh, what have you been up to?
Well, first off, I just want to point out I survived. I still have all 10
Nice.
these, and also 10 down there too. So good to go. How about actually you could on your side actually have
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm doing okay. So
excellent.
We're all right. We're going to be okay tonight, I think.
Awesome. Well, outside of that, I actually got to do something this past weekend that I've been wanting to. There is a race track about 3.5 hours east of me that I've attended as a fan, but this past weekend I got to actually attend as a photographer.
Oh, very
Amazing
cool.
time. Had a blast with that. So I'll maybe talk about that actually a bit more after a while on the show. But
Good
it was
deal.
a dream.
I was going to say, how long have you been looking forward to that?
Well, since I started doing the photography thing at the track for about 3.5 years,
Nice.
never thought it would ever happen. So
Beautiful. Congratulations, man. There you go. That's a milestone,
Absolutely.
Loving it. Good deal. Oh, and I like your hat, by the way. I don't know. I don't think I've seen that design before. Wow, look at that.
Yeah, nice. Good old Johnny drone flyer hat there.
Good deal.
Have a chance here to hop on in today. So
nice. Beautiful. Yeah, well, everybody, we're jumping in here. I guess we've got quite a few people at chat. Thanks, guys, for tuning in and seeing what's going on here, seeing how the technical difficulties are going. Yeah, I might have to walk the plank at this point. Oh boy, but other than that, we've got a few things going on that we wanted to mention. Obviously, you guys know that there's some meetups coming up. Minefield right now. Minefield is the closest one time-wise. It's going to be August 23rd and 24th in Brownsville, Tennessee, and that's going to be pretty wild. All you FPV guys are going to go nuts. Yeah, I know you're trying to suck Josh into it little by little, but it seems to be happening. It seems to be working. We're getting the mojo. Something's happening there.
I mean, there may or may not be some more things happening soon with that, but I won't tell anybody.
Josh, you're going to the dark side.
I have a vision of being able to combine camera drone footage with some FPV style added to it, and I can't do it strictly with one. Like it's got to be half and half. So,
all right.
Unfortunately, I'm the type that once I get something in my head a certain way, I want to actually do things. I can't help myself. I have to. So, off small though. I'm starting off small. So.
Okay. All right. Well, the question is, how are you going to operate a full-size DSLR, an FPV, and a camera drone all in the same setting? That's going to be an adventure.
It's going to be interesting. I'm not going to ever do all three because that would be against the law, and I never do anything like that.
Not at the exact same time, but in the same session, I should say.
In the same session, believe it or not, it is highly possible. So
okay, all right.
And then, of course, you have the autonomous features of, say, the DJI Flip.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I don't really need to be carrying a controller exactly for it to be following me or somebody.
Mm-hmm. So, yep. All right. Okay. Interesting. Sounds like we got some good stuff on the horizon.
Some stuff's happening here soon. We'll see how it turns out. I got a lot of stuff I'm doing too, so it might not be too soon that we see the results, but
Okay. All right. Well, I will definitely keep my browser peeled.
If you see that I have uploaded something, it's probably going to be something decent because I don't usually just load up anything on there. So.
Oh, nice. Okay. All right. Even better. Yeah, I haven't been doing a whole lot of uploading lately. It's just been trying to play catch up from too many different things.
But I did see actually you do have a short up there anyway, right?
Oh yeah, yep. I put up a short. It was kind of interesting. We were just me and the Pirate Queen were cruising around on enjoying some off time, and we came up with this Paul Bunyan that was from one of the state fairs from years ago. I guess this company bought, and she's like, "We've got to turn around." I turn around. I'm like, "Why? What'd you see?" She sees this Paul Bunyan. I'm like, all right, it's about 48 feet tall, but it's right on the edge of the road, and there's power lines on the other side of the road. I'm like,
oh,
yeah, this is going to be a little bit dicey.
But it looked like everything actually made it out okay. So
yeah, yep, nope, came through perfectly. Everything was great, and yeah, it was interesting. It was cool to just finally get something up online that I haven't done in a month. You know, it's been that busy stuff going on, but. Do you want to do a roll call, or you want to bring in our guest? What are you thinking?
Why don't we go through just and actually say hi here? I know one of the first people on here tonight was actually Jeremy. Jeremy,
hey, Jeremy,
thank you so much for everything actually you do. Let's see. Then following Jeremy, we have Andrew, and then Bill after him, and then Ray.
Bill.
Kelly appeared on the show. I don't know what's going on with that. Hey, Ray. And then, of course, we got Scotty. Great to see you, Scott. It's still weird being here and you're not here, but it's all right. It'll be okay. Who else is in here that I haven't got to? Oh, of course, we got. Let me see. My thing just scrolled. Mr. Flynn. John Flynn.
Hey, John.
Great to see you, John. Acarasho, Mr. Warren himself. Awesome to see you, buddy.
Ahoy, Warren.
And is there anybody else? Oh, of course, Brian's in here as well. Waypoint, New England. Awesome to see you, Brian.
Hey, Brian.
I think that's all I'm showing right now that's in the chat. So if you're just actually sitting there actually lurking, don't be shy, anybody.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys. We really appreciate everybody showing up. We'll keep it interesting for sure, one way or another. Whether things crash, go down, or smash into something, we'll figure something out.
Ghost Coast Drones. Hey, Bill. How you doing, sir?
Hey, Bill. How you doing?
Thank you for checking in. I know it's early out there on the West Coast, so. There's Captain Ray.
Oh, and there's Cap Ray popping in. There he is, our special guest.
Hey, how you doing, Josh? How you doing, John?
Good, Ray. How you doing?
Which camera angle do you like better?
I don't know. I think this one's okay. The other one's all right too. It doesn't make a difference. Whatever you're more comfortable with.
All right, I'm gonna go with this one. All right,
okay, we're getting a little bit of an echo though.
No, I got to get rid of this. All right, how's that? Better?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, good. So, I'm a StreamYard guy, so you got to bear with me.
Listen, we're usually just guests, so you got to bear with us. Yeah, Scott didn't leave us a manual with this thing, so we have no idea what we're doing.
In fact, I think he said something about it. It may have gone into a fire. I don't know. Sorry, Scott, I had to.
Yeah. Well, it's
burn
good
the ships.
because I can read the chat on the computer, and I can see you guys here, but I definitely got to plug it in. So
hey, awesome shirt you got on there, Ray.
How's
yeah.
that?
Yeah.
That is an awesome shirt you got on there.
Oh, you like it? You like this shirt?
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I was gonna put on the hat too, but it's out in the car.
Mine will be here this Friday, hopefully.
But I do have my water in my Northeast Drone Meetup cup.
Very nice mug. Very
I tell you,
nice.
Jeremy does some nice stuff. Really.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it.
Unfortunately, the postal service doesn't do a very good job of getting my stuff here. It's they aren't saying that it's lost, but I ordered it the end of May. It is now July 7th. So Jeremy was awesome though. He redid my whole order. So
Well,
Wow.
he probably sent it Pony Express.
well, if so, somebody forgot to feed the pony, and let's just say, I think something ate it. So, but by Friday, I'll actually have everything. I cannot wait. Cannot wait to see it all. So,
There you go. It's gonna be like Christmas.
absolutely.
Josh, did you get my message that a new guy's gonna come? A guy
Yes, I
named
did.
Joe Lee?
Yes, I did. I added him on the list already. So
All right, good.
he is
Wow.
number 53. So
Good. I'll tell him. We were flying this morning, and I happened to mention it. He said, "Oh yeah, when is it?" So I told him when it is, and he said, "Oh, I think I'm on vacation that week."
perfect timing. That's great.
Nice.
That is great.
That's awesome. So Ray, I think you know everybody in the chat.
Yeah, look at all these familiar names in the chat. I'm telling you, hey, Bill, Coast to Coast, good to see
Hey,
you.
Ron. And yes, John, you're absolutely right. I do. Where I live, I can't complain too much. I don't have a lot right here, but within a half hour to an hour away off of me, I got a lot of awesome areas, but not so much right here.
Yeah, I was trying to find where you're located, and you're out in the boondocks there.
Yep, that's it. That's exactly it too. I am. Yep. But for me though, I enjoy that. Like I can actually go outside. I have some space out there. Not a whole lot, but it's a lot better than having to open up your door and have a door right outside of actually your door. You know. No thanks.
No, not at all.
You know, I hate to say it, guys, but sometimes it's blocking my comments. I don't know why. All I did was put in Ron, R-O-N, and it blocked it.
Really?
That's weird.
Yeah.
Let me see.
And then I made a comment about Scotty. He's the man, and they blocked that comment.
Okay, overlay.
Really?
Let's see.
Now, are you putting that into the YouTube chat or into the stream chat?
Now, see, that one went through. No problem.
Okay.
I just put hi, boys. That went through.
Yeah, it did. Okay.
Okay. Showing me as the host there.
You could just blame it on my computer, you know. That's what you can do.
Nah, not at all. Come on now. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I don't know. Seems like it's going there. I've got I'm running chat in the live stream and also on YouTube just to see what's going on, the differences. But okay, good deal. Okay, Josh.
And
Bill
to answer,
Walton has a question. Josh.
Yeah, Bill. Basically, around here, most people refer to these areas as the, if I could talk, the sticks. So.
There's the.
Hey, Jeremy. Seem like you got a great meetup going on in September.
Yes, we do. I think it has.
Tell us more about it. What do you
first off, what started out as 3 guys casually talking about hanging out somewhere, sometime, and just not really intending on having an actual meetup per se. I think a couple of people overheard us down in Florida and started going, "Oh, you guys are organizing a meetup up north." And
I think I was one of those guys.
I think you were.
Yes.
I'm not really sure, but I don't think any of us had the heart to potentially tell anybody no. So, but I don't think we really planned on it turning into the event that it has. We have a lot going on. We have a lot of great sites actually picked out. Snookers on Friday night's going to be awesome to just hang out, meet everybody, because there's going to be a lot of people at this one that I've only spoken to on here or maybe somewhere else, but I've never actually seen them. So that'll be awesome. Saturday, straight off the bat in the morning, is our official meetup. More or less, that's a place where I found that we can all go and hang out, fly our drones, and it's actually large enough for all of us. There's a couple of other really awesome places there, so I'm not going to hold anyone hostage. After that's all done, we have giveaways, we have
Giveaways? You got giveaways?
Shirts, we have mugs, we have tumblers, we have drones, we have
drones. You're giving away drones?
Got all kinds of stuff.
Is there a sponsor there that might be on screen now? I don't remember.
I'm trying to think. Is it?
could be that guy. I still getting used to this. Could be that guy.
Yeah, am I upside down here?
Great, thank you so much. We really appreciate all the donations.
It sounds like it's really going to be an awesome event.
Yeah.
We hope so. I mean, it seems like we've mapped out as much as we possibly can, and a lot of the guys that have been up there and doing all that stuff helped us behind the scenes here and there. They gave us a kind of a roadmap and said, "Here, listen, you guys run with it. Anything, use as much or little as you want." But everybody's.
I was looking for an excuse to go back to Rhode Island and fly. That guy Mark Fisher, he keeps avoiding me though. So.
Well, listen, I happen to know somebody that knows where his house is. So if he doesn't show up on time, exactly,
it's a secret spot.
It is a secret spot. Oh boy! And I hear he's got a flat panel TV on the porch now that we can sit back and watch TV. So
he's got an attack dog too.
Yes.
And attack birds too. They'll attack you.
Definitely those, yeah.
Oh man. But yeah, I'll tell you what, one of the neat things that we did, between Steve Jeunesse went through and scoped out a bunch of places, pulled some information from here and there and all kinds of stuff. And we actually put a Google map together. So it's basically going to be a trail. We'll send everybody a link when they register, and it'll bring them to any of the spots that they want to go.
So you have a registration page?
Yeah,
we do, but it's not necessarily needed.
Okay.
Josh is.
Yeah,
I want to be number one. You know that.
Well, you are number
you
one.
are already. Yeah. But, basically, what we'll do is closer to the actual meetup, we will actually hand that out so everyone can sort of actually look it over more. But everything up there is so easily accessed that to get from place to place is not hard at all. It's not going to be far. But there's also the seafood festival happening there as well. Yeah. Now that's going to be in South Providence, and I am told that things get a little bit crazy. So that's why we're going to try to get the morning meetup out of the way pretty quickly in case somebody does want to head down there. By all means, hey, come on out, hang out with us, have some fun, fly your drones, but explore, see everything that's up there. I mean, it is such a beautiful area up there. There's so many awesome areas up there to see. So, we want to see you, but at the same time, we want to see you have a good time.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you guys, I tell you what, in South Florida, obviously there's a lot more hangout time because everybody can get together at the same spot. And we're going to have so many people from the Rhode Island area themselves, so there's not going to be a lot of people hanging out at the hotel. I don't even know what we're up to at the hotel for people, but we're doing really well, and they're very happy.
They are.
Did you get like a block of 25 rooms too, or did they give you more?
They were giving them away in blocks of 10s, and I know that they expanded it. I don't know how much. Yeah. But yeah, so the one thing here too is there's a lot of people coming from that area.
Yes.
So
they're local.
Yeah. In fact, is it Jim? I think lives like 2.5 miles away or something like that. So. super easy access.
John, you're staying at the hotel also, or are you
Yeah.
commuting?
Yes. No, I'm staying at the hotel.
And Holly also?
Yes, she is.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
She going to fly drones with us, John?
You know what? She's back and forth with it. She was talking about it.
Tell her I want to see her fly a drone. Tell her.
All right. Okay. I'll get her into it. We'll see what's going on.
I also told
Hey, Brad.
a female drone pilot last night. I was filming the fireworks, and there was as soon as I got there was a drone up, and I see somebody landing the drone. Next thing I know, they're doing a hand catch, and I said, next thing I know, it's a female.
Nice.
What? A female doing a hand catch?
That's awesome.
So it was parked about 6 cars down from my vehicle. So I walked down, obviously, and introduced myself to her, and I told her about the Northeast Drone Meetup, as well as the South Florida Drone Meetup. But
yep, that's cool.
See, she might come. Her name is Virginia.
All right,
okay. Awesome.
Yeah, it's crazy. I tell you what, just the people. I mean, just word of mouth. It's the people that won't want to register or whatever, but they're just going to show up, and then they can register the day of the event. Also, we're not gonna hold anybody's feet to the fire, but the sooner the better. This way we get a good handle on what's going on, because we've got quite a few giveaways and stuff, but we want to at least make sure everybody has a good time or gets a good shot at whatever's coming out there.
And to get a lanyard with your name on it, you have to be pre-signed up. I won't have a chance to get a lot of those done last minute. So if you are thinking about it and you want one, make sure you get signed up soon.
Well, Josh, please put CAPT in front of my name.
You got it.
I'm very sensitive about it.
And it's going to have number 1 on there as well. So actually, you got it.
That's awesome.
Old part.
Hey,
Bob, how you doing?
Live stream. I really do.
Thank you. We're trying. Practice makes perfect, so everybody tells me. We'll see.
You know what? When you guys didn't give me a practice in the back room, I'm saying, "Oh boy, here we go."
Yeah, we kind of take it as we go. It's still a learning curve. It's going to be a learning curve for quite a while, but that's all right. We'll get it.
But I was very upset there was no shrimp and lobster in the back room.
Oh, right. You know what? Wait a minute. No.
That's what we didn't do again. Oh, man.
Son of a gun.
Well,
what?
The next time actually you're on.
Well, next time put pizza. At least pizza.
There we go.
We can do pizza. All right. Let's do pizza and maybe brisket or something. I don't know. Something.
Now we're talking.
Yeah, you know what, Johnny's got some type of meat or something that he does. Maybe we can have him set some up for the green room.
Hey, Josh, I don't know if you're gonna be who's ever in charge of showing the videos, but if you're gonna show a video, I just released one about 15 minutes before we went live.
Okay.
So, and it was the most awesome for me. I'm not an expert photographer, videographer by any means with a drone. And I got these 2 osprey feeding their babies today. And I tell you, I never thought I'd get so excited over this.
Wow.
I'm very excited. And I'll tell you, because it's hard to actually get an osprey landing on the nest. I don't know if anybody's ever tried that.
Yeah, no.
And unless you got a wide shot, you're not going to get it. So I did. I ended up widening the shot, keying on the nest, and the male comes in with the bunker, the fish, lands right on the nest, and then I did my zoom with telephoto lens, according to Jeff Norman. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was just a nice little video, I thought.
Well, it's funny that you should say that, because I think we have that video queued up here.
Oh, really? Okay.
We do.
I didn't even put my standard introduction in it. And it's iMovie music, so it should be good.
For you guys in the chat, let us know if the volume is loud on that or not, please.
Wow.
But watch this. There's the big bell coming in. Yep. And then I zoomed in, obviously, with the Mavic 3 Pro.
That's awesome. Look at that.
Wow.
And then the female goes over and watch what she does with the fish. She just drags it over to the babies. The one baby's starving though. He's starting to go for it. But then she brings it right over. Look at that. And I don't know if you get excited over these wildlife type videos, but
how long have you been trying to capture something like that with the ospreys? I mean,
yeah,
really,
we've been following that nest now for 3 years. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Congratulations. That is awesome. It really is.
I was flying with John Olson.
Oh, cool.
Last week there.
Yep.
And he, I think, captured the male catching the fish in the water. But I haven't seen his footage, so I don't know if he actually did it, but I think he did it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been lucky enough. I got that one.
Warren, the nest is on one of the light poles. The light poles. Yeah. So
that is very cool. Plus, I'd imagine being up there at night, they actually have heat up there too then.
Thank you, Scott. Appreciate it. But, we went down to the same location, filmed the fireworks last night, my wife and I. We saw the osprey up in the nest. I wanted to stop, but we were on our way to the end. And we watched the fireworks instead. That's
awesome. Wow. Look at that. Well, obviously, guys, go give it a like and a watch, and give Ray some love over on his channel, because that's epic. That really is. Wow.
All right. So apparently the music's very low, huh? I'll have to make it a little louder next time.
That was me. I actually had it turned.
Oh, okay.
Turned down. Last week I had it up most of the way, and everyone said it was too loud. So
yeah.
So I try to split it there.
I usually leave it at 50% audio.
That's about how I had it.
Yeah.
So.
Nice.
Now, Ray, I think the one question that a lot of us might have, because John happens to actually know you just a little bit more, but like, how did you get into drones? Like, what got you in?
Well, it goes back to my police days, where I would go up in a helicopter and do some aerial photos and things like that. But then, when I heard about drones, and you see drones, I went out and bought a toy drone, a $63 drone on Amazon, and the thing wouldn't fly straight. It just wouldn't fly. Never mind stay in the sky. And after about 10 flights of almost crashing and landed in my pool, I gave up. I just gave up. I said, there's no way.
That is
2 years later, a real estate agent who was selling my son's home, I knew him personally, and I knew he flew drones. So when we went and took the listing, I says, "Are you going to take any drone shots at the house?" He says, "Oh yeah, I'll be back later. I'll be back tomorrow to do the drone shots." And I says, "All right, I want to come because I want to learn how to fly drones." Well, the house sold the first day. He didn't have to come back, but he did offer to help me learn to fly on the closing, which was 3 months later. So he gave me a lesson in my backyard. He came over, followed us right after the closing. And the Phantom 4, he had the Phantom 4 Pro at the time. And it was just incredible. So easy to fly, and the video and the photos of that drone. And the following week, I went out and bought a used one.
Nice.
Very nice.
And that's how I got involved with drones. And then I watched those Sunrise guys and all the different live streamers on YouTube. And I learned so much. I'm still learning. You learn every day.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I give so much credit to the guys online who taught me how to fly drones, along with Russell. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Night, John. Thank you for showing up, John. Check everything out. Seeing our crash and burns.
Oh, I enjoyed that, John. Say hello to Colleen.
Now, how did you get started in the streaming side of things?
Well, the streaming side, that's not a funny story, but I was asked to be a guest on Drone Nation. which is on tonight at 9 o'clock.
That's right. Everybody
Mark,
tune in at 9.
Ron and Marcus in them days, and it was called Drone Nation, formerly Xeno Nation. But then they brought on DeMarco, and I was watching those guys faithfully every Monday night, and they asked me to be a guest on their show. And little did I know, Johnny was going to be Johnny Drone Flyer. He was going to be the other special guest, and we sort of clicked. You know, I thought it was a good show for two inexperienced live stream guys. And then the following week, Johnny says, "Hey, Ray, would you like to start a live stream with me?" I said, "What? We don't know nothing." He says, "It's easy. Don't believe me." So we started the Fly for Fun show, and that's 6 years ago now.
Wow.
And then we started our own separately, and that's it. Time flies, I'm telling you, as you guys know.
That's crazy.
And then I meet this guy at the Calverton Memorial Park, and he tells me he's a pirate. And I said, "You're not a pirate. You don't look like a pirate."
Listen, like I said, and I'm sure everybody knows, I was like, oh boy, I'm busted. Look at this guy.
I'll let John tell that story.
He's got some kind of a law enforcement plate on the front of the car. It's a white little SUV. I'm like, oh man, what? I'm in a whole nother state. I don't know what I'm doing. I didn't have any permits or anything. I'm flying around this F-16 or F-14. I'm like, oh no, something's up. Ray's like, "Hey, how you doing?" I'm like, oh shit. Okay, well at least he's not gonna throw me in cuffs right this second. So, but yeah, I was flying the Mini Pro 3, and I had just got it, and I was over that Calverton probably 2 or 3 years before, and saw the F-14s, and I really wanted to fly it, and just happenstance. I took a day off of work and went over there, and I just happened to be there at the right place at the right time, and I got a Captain Ray's decal and a business card, and I still have that to this day in my truck. Haven't taken it out, and Ray says, "Yeah," he says, we got a whole community of guys online that do drone stuff." I'm like, "What do you mean online? What are you talking about? Kind of like a Facebook thing or something?" No, it's on YouTube and all over. I'm like, "Really?" I'm like, "That's interesting." He says, "Oh, I got a show. Come and check it out." I'm like, "All right, well, yeah, Scotty should have."
That's funny.
But yeah, honestly, it was really it really did change my life, and I really appreciate it, Ray.
Well, you've been a good friend all these years. You've been a good friend, and you've come over to fly with me. You took a ferry ride to fly with me, and I've done the same. I've went on the ferry over to you, and you shared your secret spots with me.
Yes,
I really appreciate that.
No problem. Yeah, we got another one set up here pretty soon. As soon as you're ready to go, I'm just doing it. Midweek will be good.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah.
All right.
Now that's how your streaming started, but that's not how your YouTube career got started.
The YouTube, there's a lot of history there. Because I used to produce a TV fishing show. When I wasn't a detective, I had a TV fishing show. So my son had given me one of these small little Kodak cameras that you could put on YouTube or Facebook immediately. And you guys know I'm not tech savvy. I was lucky to get that first short video posted on YouTube. And I think that was back in 2009, maybe, if I remember right. But
does it look something like?
No, that's the commercial that ran during the TV show. That's the Coast Guard commercial.
Right. But shortly here, once this is finished, let me skip.
Yeah.
There we go.
I love that commercial because I said if I didn't enlist in the Army, I would go in the Coast Guard. I really would.
Now I am going to turn up the sound here a little bit because when I first saw this, there he is.
Hey, I was a little younger. No, I don't think I had any gray hair then.
You also didn't have the beard either, so.
Yeah, but this captain was good. He told me about the big striped basses, which I already knew about, the big bass in Shinnecock Inlet, and that's where we were fishing. And they caught some big striped bass that day.
Really?
Yeah. But it was raining. It was terrible filming conditions. And the cameraman even said, "Are we really doing this shoot today?" I said, "Yeah, of course. They fish in the rain. Just make sure you keep your camera dry, you know." And we did as best we could.
And I just actually put the link to the video in the chat there. So for anyone who wants to see the entirety of it,
And
please
again,
go ahead.
none of my videos from the TV show were posted online other than this one. This captain took it upon himself to put the video on his YouTube channel. Yeah.
That's awesome. Wow.
But you gotta fast forward and show this bass. The fight is kind of boring unless you were there. But look at the size of this striped bass. They estimated it to be a good 30, 35 pounder.
Wow, nice.
Oh, it might not. There it goes.
And it's not as easy as it looks to film fishing on a boat when you got a big TV camera on your shoulder.
And back then it must have been giant.
That's
wow.
A great size fish right there.
But it's so much easier now to film with a cell phone camera.
Right.
Yeah. Wow.
I remember that day like it was yesterday. Really.
That's awesome.
I love it. And that's Shinnecock Inlet, you were saying, Ray?
Yeah, that's right. Shinnecock Inlet. Yeah, the guy he kept his boat in Hampton Bays and.
Yep.
Yep.
Wow, nice. Very nice.
And they caught 2 of them like that day.
Yeah. Wow.
Someday came charters, if I remember right?
Yep. That's it on the boat there.
Captain Brad Reese.
Yeah, YouTube. I think it was a feature on MASH at one point in time, like Jeremy's saying. I don't know, but yeah, Ray, we got to see if we can find find some of your old footage somewheres.
Yeah.
Is there any old
VHS and DVDs?
Okay.
You know?
All right. Sounds like we've got a wintertime sport when it's freezing. We got to start getting some of the old videos up.
And if any of those need converted over to digital, I may know somebody who do that.
Oh yeah, you know how to do that?
Oh yeah, we know people.
Yep.
That's funny.
That guy right there.
Believe it or not, my son gave me one of those converters.
Yep.
And I just couldn't figure out how to use it. But then somebody told me, you're probably using these DVDs that are not readable or something, or you can't convert. I was probably using the wrong DVDs to copy them on.
Yeah.
Well, the good thing is if you bring a few of them in September to the meetup, I think we can hand them off to somebody that might be able to do something because off season he's got a lot of time on his hands.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yes, that's what I heard. Anyways,
some reason from like November till April, somebody I know have a lot of spare time in the evenings and weekends. So.
Yeah. All right.
He hasn't got hooked on ice racing yet.
Not yet.
So
Not yet.
You know, I know you're supposed to be asking the questions, Josh, but let me ask you. You know, I think it's so cool that you're filming racing on Saturday nights, you know, and I give you so much credit because we tried that and we lasted 4 weeks and that was enough for me. I couldn't keep a cameraman that would tie up a Saturday night every week during the summer. I just couldn't get one.
That's actually how I fell into the spot I'm in right now. They actually couldn't find somebody who would always show up. And then the few people that they were getting really didn't have a background in the sport. So they really didn't understand what was going on. They didn't really seem to care. Whereas with me, like I've been around the sport my entire life. So like I kind of know what looks good. I know where the action of that.
What kind of cameras do you use?
I use a Nikon T850 primarily. Some nowadays would consider that an old school camera, but the one thing about it I actually like is it's probably one of the best all around cameras that you can buy. It is great at everything. And I get between 2,300 and 2,400 shots per battery. So while the other guys after 300 to 400 shots are changing out theirs, I just show up. I can shoot the whole night, the whole day. Never have to change out mine. So I always have a spare, though. You always have a spare, just in case.
Of course, you have to. Now, do you shoot video also? Because I don't see too many videos.
I have my Action Cam 5 that I have mounted on me, and I've been trying different ways of actually hooking it up on me so it gets the action, but it doesn't get my camera, because that's the issue I'm having, is I need to have it almost outside of my shoulder by about 7 or 8 inches, or else the camera lens comes into play. So
and I told you I offered to come help you at least one time this summer.
Absolutely.
So we'll have to coordinate.
Yeah. Right now it's been a lot of, do we have a nice day? Because every Saturday it's like there's either a chance of rain, or Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday it rains. So can they have everything dried up in time? It's been awful. And this weekend coming up doesn't look like it's going to change that. Thankfully, this past one was fantastic. It was super dry. It was also a little bit on the hot side, but I mean, it was great. And of course, they had off. But I got asked to actually film elsewhere, so I did. Had an awesome time with that. So, yeah.
I got one of my old Racing Today shirts for you, and
I would be honored. Absolutely, I'd be absolutely honored having that. So, thank you very much, Ray. Thank you so much for that. So, but anyway, now that we've talked about me a whole lot here, John, did you want to jump into the crashes next here?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So
we got some pretty good ones.
Yeah. I was trying to find ones that were fireworks themed, and I'll be honest with you, the ones I was trying to find, I couldn't, or at least ones that fit what I was hoping to find.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't quite find the ones I was going for, and I lost my tab. There it is. All right, but one thing though, Ray, do you like fireworks, or now that you can go watch a drone show and they're starting to do a lot of drone shows mixed in with these? Do you actually think that that's
actually going to see a drone show Saturday night?
Very cool.
Very here. Cool. It's less than a mile from my house.
Oh wow!
And I could walk there if I had to, but I'll drive.
Yeah, I agree on that.
But I plan on setting up outside the location, and I'm going to fly my drone.
Nice.
Above the trees and film the drone show with my drone.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
That'll be cool. Very cool.
Now
But I think drone shows are so cool. I really
absolutely.
do.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Now here's one where your average everyday guy has his out, and he's going to fly through the fireworks that are going off.
It's like a suicide mission.
Right.
Yes.
But I mean, luckily he doesn't get hit by one. Really? But unfortunately, he crashes it and hits the roof underneath him, and then he gets out of order here.
Okay.
And then he hits the ground. So I'm wondering, because I didn't actually look through and see if he actually detailed it, but I'm wondering if the flashing from the fireworks confused the sensors on the bottom, because it rapidly sinks down and hits the rooftop.
I mean, I'm no expert about the sensors and all of that, but I would think it could affect them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there's a thing, I think, as a tip, I don't I don't necessarily condone the idea of doing this, but this is where you put your drone into sport mode, shut all of those off, keep a good eye on where it's at in the air. Don't just have to look at your screen, because there, I mean, it actually got to a point in the video where you really couldn't see anything. It was pitch black. Yeah. So there's one of those moments where having that visual line of sight and being able to actually look up at it helps out, because when you're flying at night,
how you doing, Nick? How you doing, Bob Dempsey?
Hey, Nick. I just flew my drone last week for the first time at night, and I didn't let it get far off me. I made sure I had every light on that sucker so I could see it easily up there, and that made the world of difference, because I knew where it was, and then when I brought it back home, I knew exactly how to, but flying like that without really knowing where it's at, I don't know.
You would never catch me flying through fireworks.
Right.
You would never catch me even close to fireworks.
Yeah, no.
Just to let you know, last night when I was filming, I was a good 3/4 of a mile away from the fireworks. But Jeff Norman, he was actually filming the fireworks display for the town.
Wow.
And he was right there. And I spoke to him today, and he didn't have any problems at all. He flew. We coordinated with the firework company, which is a key thing if you got to be that close, And there were no incidents with him. And there was another rogue drone flying around. He had no idea who that operator was.
Mm-hmm.
Just like with me, my area, there were 3 other drones flying around. I knew the one was going up, but the one guy, he was zipping around, and he made me feel uncomfortable.
Oh yeah, yeah, because you don't know what he's going to do. I mean, it gets to a point. It's like safety is just key. I mean, come on, guys, don't mess around with that stuff. I did some flying. Over trying to get some fireworks videos, and I was just way too far away. I was just too nervous about getting too close. And I was using the telephoto or the zoom lens on to try to zoom in, and I just couldn't grab anything that was worth anything to publish.
And I got to publicly say this. John took very good care of me. He sold me my latest drone, and that's the Mavic 3 Thermal. And I can't say thank you enough, John, for that. I didn't want to buy it initially, and you had to negotiate the price.
Well, listen, it was on loan. It's on loan. That's all. It's still on loan if it needs to be.
But I tell you, I'm so glad I have it. I want to hear more about you and your Mavic 4, Matrice 4 Thermal.
Oh boy, you want it? It's crazy, Ray. It really is. It's just there's so much to it. The 3T, there was quite a bit to it. This, I'm just like, every day I'm learning something new, and it's just like, there's so much. I mean, the controller's the size of a 13-inch iPad. It's got to be 6-7 pounds. It's ridiculous. I'm gonna bring it to the meetup so we can mess around with it. And when I come over, I'll bring it over to Long Island so we can play with it. But it's just, it's so impressive. It really is. I mean, Ray, I'm probably maybe 10 miles inland from the shore, and I can zoom in on the Middle Ground Lighthouse and see it, and then I can zoom in on the stacks at Port Jeff. And
that's amazing too.
It's I can't believe it. I really can't. It's just it's quite a drone. It really is. I'm just so glad I got it before all the dust kicked up and everything. I wasn't ready to do it, but you know what? I was just ready to. I said, you know what? Let me just do it.
Yeah. No, that's great. It is.
Yeah.
It's a whole different world. I still have to figure it out on how to upload and download photos. I don't even know the right term.
That's the only thing. Yeah, that's the biggest downfall of the enterprise stuff. Is I'm still to the point where I'm popping the cards in and out, or trying to transfer with a cable, depending upon what I'm using for a computer.
While I got you on the live stream.
Yeah.
That for some reason it's not recording to my SD card. Is there
Really?
like a little button you got to hit to do that?
Now, on the controller or on the drone itself?
I don't know. It just doesn't, you know, like the Mavic 3 always records to your SD card.
It's it might be recording to the internal memory.
Yes, I think it is, but
Okay. All right. I'll send you the settings on it to change it out.
all right.
How to change it over. Yeah. Yeah, it's again, there's so much to these things. It's I mean, you know, it makes it when you go back to the Flip or you go back to the Air 3S, you're just like, oh yeah, okay, great, just fly something and just have a good time with it. This is beautiful. Meanwhile, you go over to the enterprise side, you're like, uh-oh. This thing's,
Yeah, I said to myself, what did I get into here?
Oh man. But I think
but having all of the options that those things do, though, if you know what you are doing and what you want to do with them, you can definitely just get the exact footage actually you need out of those flawlessly almost. So
yeah, it's fantastic. It really is. It's so much fun to fly because it's just a beast. I mean, I've had it in 35 mile an hour, 40 mile an hour gusts, and it just holds tight. It's just you can't stop it. You really can't.
Jeremy has a point. Maybe you're not charging the SD card up first.
Oh yeah, you got to charge that. I forgot all about that, Jeremy.
Is that a prepaid charge or is that a regular charge? I don't know.
Send him his credit info. But
yeah. So Josh, you got a video queued up?
We have a video here queued up that Jeremy dropped in the chat.
Nice.
Good.
Fireworks film with his Air 2S.
He's getting very creative with his intros, by the way.
Absolutely.
Nice, Jeremy.
Yes. I don't know how he's got time to do any of this.
He gets up at 2 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes 1 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes he don't go to bed.
And I'm going to just turn the volume down a little bit so we don't get hit there with that one.
Yeah, that would be a comedy live stream, Scott. A tech savvy Ray YouTube channel. This is the cool video, Jeremy.
That's awesome. Oh, flying straight into him here. Here we go.
Wow.
Oh my Lord! Look at this. What drone you flying, Jeremy? Does it
That's
say?
crazy.
That is the Air 2S.
Okay, Air 2S.
Yep.
Nice.
Which is a fantastic drone as well. Hey, Paul.
Hey,
Great to
Paul.
see you,
Thanks
Paul.
for popping in.
Hey,
Paul,
Brown,
sorry.
how's it going?
Sorry I was unable to hop on last night. I had so much going on that by the time that I saw the chat there, I had been out of it. So awesome show there.
Then better got a new bike. Tell him be careful. Ride safe.
That's right.
Wear a helmet.
All right, and we're back.
Very nice video.
Very awesome job, Jeremy.
Cool. Yeah, so Jeremy's been cranking out some stuff. I'll tell you what, he's finally got the shop set up over there, and it's to the point now where he's going to have to start hiring help, I think, because this thing's really caught on.
I think he might have hired his first employee.
Yeah, I heard he hired one, but he fired one at the same time.
Oh, I didn't hear about the firing.
Yes, yeah, I heard, yeah. Or let's just there was a layoff. Let's just say I don't know it was an actual firing.
The only question I have, Jeremy, when do you sleep? Because I get messages off of him when I'm waking up in the morning, and I know it's got to be 3 hours earlier on his side. And I'm like, and yet I'll see him posting stuff after I went to sleep. And I'm like,
it's one thing I don't mind calling Jeremy early because I know he's up already.
Oh, Jeremy says that Olive has been retrained and is hired back. So great to hear that, Olive.
Nice. I hired her and fired her the next day.
That's funny. That's funny.
Yep. That's
I
it,
hope
Paul.
he's okay, Paul. Yeah, Paul, I can't wait to see you up at the meetup.
It's a
This is
lot.
going to
It's
be
a
great.
lot of work when you have your own business and you're trying to stay top of things, and it's you, yourself, and I. It's very, very difficult. It is.
Yeah,
It is.
really.
Yep.
But then again, you don't have employee problems neither.
True.
But you
Well,
just can't do it all. If you get too busy, you can't do it all, and you get burnt out.
Yeah.
though I can attest, if you have a 9 to 5 and you do things on the side, sometimes your employee that you have on the side, which is you, is not only your best employee, but also your worst employee as well, because there are times they refuse to help out.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, man. Well, it looks like we're getting close, Ray. Do you have any parting thoughts or things you want to promote?
Or like maybe a drone meetup that actually you're doing?
Well, we do have the 6th annual South Florida Drone Meetup coming. We started day one right after the last one ended. Actually, we started during the meetup promoting it, and it's going to be on April 10th to the 13th, 2026. We're holding it at the same venue, Jensen Beach Causeway Park again in Jensen Beach, Florida. We're keeping the price the same. It's free.
Nice.
That's
Beautiful.
all
No
good.
price increase.
And we already have 12 sponsors lined up. And it's going to be, I think, one of the best, if not the best. I always worry about the weather. I worry about it, and I start praying that we have good weather. And really, we've been lucky. Last year was very windy, but a lot of guys had the guts to fly, and they got some flights in. But again, I was waiting to see somebody else flew before I put my drone. And Johnny and Rick Williamson, they put their drones up immediately, getting there at 6 a.m.
Yep.
And I said, well, their drones didn't fall out of the sky, so I set mine up, and we got that beautiful sunrise. And it's just a fun event. We got the entertainment lined up. Dennis Lovelady's going to entertain us again, and
Nice.
Tony, he might make arrangements for another rock and roll type band, but I don't know. He hasn't confirmed that with me, but he'll be supplying the sound system like he always does.
Yeah, that's great. What a setup. He does great. He really does. What a good guy.
Yes, Tony's a great guy.
Yeah.
And Dennis committed. He within a month he went out and bought a DJI Flip that he's donating as a rapid course.
Dennis, thank you. That's great.
Yeah.
Wow, that's going to be awesome.
And I got other drones right here. You guys know what they were.
And
I got to say
Jeremy
thank
says
you
this
to
only
all our sponsors and all the attendees that come to the South Florida Drone Meetup, really. Because it wouldn't be a success without the attendees,
Yep.
And I'm so glad you two come now.
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely. I'm on there.
Bringing your daughter, Josh. You're bringing
Absolutely
your
will
daughter
be.
next year.
Yep. She's excited for it. I think she's more excited for mine. So.
Yeah, it's 276 days and 22 hours, Jeremy says.
Then also just going to slide this in there too. Also for everyone, don't forget the Vegas meetup as well. That is going on November 7th, 8th, and 9th. Bob Dempsey is right here in the chat, so he's doing an awesome job with that. I put the website in there as well, so please actually head over there and help him out.
Great.
One thing I do have to add is last year we had to cancel the fishing trip, which we usually have on Monday as part of the meetup, because Bill had surgery and I wasn't feeling really steady on my feet. So we canceled it, but it is back on for 2026. So if anybody wants to go on the half-day fishing trip that Monday morning, it's going to be available, but there is a fee for that. The boat, charges for us to go on the boat.
Sure.
So, but let us know. We got a few people signed up for that fishing trip too.
Fantastic.
Sounds good.
And
Beautiful.
what's cool about it is the captain lets us fly drones from the boat.
Nice. That's even better.
That's even better. Yep. Absolutely.
If you got the guts.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I
launching
don't want
off
to
the
step
boat.
on. I don't want to step on anybody else's feet. I think Philip's coming on now, if he's not on already. So, guys, again, thank you so much for tuning in and checking us out. Ray, thank you as always for being a guest. This is this has been a dream for me and Josh, and we're honored to have you on the show. We really are.
Absolutely.
My honor to be on.
Awesome.
Thank you so
Thank
very
you
much,
for
Ray.
inviting me.
You got it. Always an open invite for you. All right, guys. Well, take care, and we'll see you next week. Maybe we won't have any more glitches. Who knows? Maybe we will.
Maybe we'll find new ones to add.
Ooh, there you go. I'm all about that. All right, guys. Thanks again. I appreciate it.
All right. See you, everybody.
Good night.